Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up to date with my layout for the telephone hop. I followed the wonderful Krista. She was first up on our channel, and you just saw a photo of the layout that she sent me. So she, as I said, she was number one in our telephone hop. So her video will be linked down below. And if you haven't seen that, I strongly encourage you to stop now, go and watch hers, and then come back and watch mine. Because the idea of this is that it's like a game of Chinese whispers. So Krista passed her layout to me, I pass it down the line, and so on and so forth until we get to the end and we see how the layouts sort of evolve. This is the fourth telephone hop that I'm participating in, and there's actually 3 YouTube hops for the telephone hop happening at the same time. So I'll try and remember to link to the other 2 down below as well. So basically, Krista had this super cute kind of diagonal layout with one 4x4 photo in the middle with a lot of layers. So I am in the middle of moving my craft room, and as such, most of my supplies were downstairs. So I had this Vicky Bouton mixed media background paper upstairs in my new craft room, and I thought I really wanted to use it, so I have used that as my sort of background, and I am using what collection is this? I think it's actually a mix of different bits and pieces. A lot of it is Pebbles, I think it's Pebbles Tea Lightful, I think it's called, because these are clearly photos of my son trying to grab my cup of tea. It was cold, don't worry. Well, it was extremely lukewarm. I don't think mothers ever drink warm cups of tea or coffee, particularly not with babies as young as mine. And so he was trying to grab my cup of tea, and I was taking photos. It was very cute. So he wanted a taste. I think had just sort of learnt, he doesn't drink out of a cup, but he'd learnt that kind of liquid comes from a cup, and he'd had a few sips of water from a cup before, and so he now tries to grab everything to drink out of it, which is cute, but yeah, a little bit annoying when it's a hot drink that you have got in your hand. So that's the story for the photos, and so I wanted to use a lot of kind of tea related ephemera that I had. So I am using mainly the Pebbles Tea Lightful collection, I think it's called. So that's where the papers are from. They're from the 6x6 paper pad. I was trying to use up a lot of scraps, so I'm creating a lot of layers under my photo. Not as big layers as what Krista had, but layers nonetheless. And then I am sticking with a diagonal design, but of course I'm using 2 photos, not 1. So I have changed it up a little bit from her layout, but I hope I'm sticking fairly true to her design, because it was a lovely design. I really liked it. And so I'm just trimming down those layers, and then I think I'm done. I think I'm just sort of trimming off a little bit. Oh no, I'm backing it on one full piece of paper. That's right. I backed them both on kind of a full piece of paper. I had layers of various sizes, and then I just wanted to finish it off with a nice border around the edge of all of my layers. So I've done that, and now I'm going to think about positioning my photos and then popping them up. I don't know if I pop both of them up. I should get my completed layout to look at while I'm doing this voiceover, shouldn't I? Because I'm pretty sure it's right here. Right near me. Let me see. I've got a whole stack. Normally I'm very good at putting layouts away as soon as I have finished them, but I'm starting to do some layout shares at the end of each month, or I'm thinking that's what I might like to do, and so I'm trying to keep my completed layouts in one space just for the month, and then I'll put them away. So back to the layout. So Krista had 2 little embellishment clusters at the top left and bottom right of her layout to sort of create that diagonal, and she used banners in hers, so I am doing the same thing in mine. So I'm creating a little banner cluster top left and a banner cluster bottom right, and so I'm using some of the offcuts or the scraps that I've got from I'm sure it's the Tea Lightful collection. I really should look. That's also behind me. I don't have many things in my scrap room, but that is one of them. I've got little kits that I've put together. So it's definitely Pebbles. Let's see if there's a collection name on these. Let's have a look. let us see. Of course there's not. Why would there be a collection name? I hate it when companies don't put collection names on their things. Yeah, Delightful. So yes, the majority of what I'm using, in fact, I think everything that goes on this layout is from Delightful. Now, what I will say though is it's a cream-based collection, and obviously my background paper is white, and also the 12 by 12 piece of background paper that I have as a border, which you haven't seen me put down yet, but I will. It is also white based. So I have mixed white and cream, and I'm not even sorry about it. I just wanted a way to use up my stash, and so I'm just not letting it worry me. So yeah, you can see the embellishment pieces I'm putting down now are cream. So I just let it go. All of the papers that I layered my photo behind are cream as well. So I'm just sort of embracing the cream and white mix, and I'm okay with it. So I'm looking at my clusters. I'm actually, I guess, technically creating 4 clusters, just because I wanted to put something kind of near my title, and I needed to add a little kind of embellishment cluster on the left of my photos. So you can see me here. I'm putting an embellishment cluster in the middle, down the bottom in the middle of my 2 photos, but I move that because that's where I end up putting my title. And I've got the stickers. Now, I don't love the stickers from this collection because they're clear stickers and I find them really hard to use. I probably should have stuck them on white cardstock and then fussy cut them out, but then they'd be white and the rest of the ephemera is cream. Oh, it's just, you know, I mean, it's not a big deal, but I don't love the stickers for that exact reason. I find clear stickers really hard to use. So I'm popping up one of my photos and I've stuck the other one flat onto the layout. And again, I'm keeping that diagonal pattern going. So even though I have 2 photos and Krista only had 1, I'm sort of sticking with the diagonal theme, and but just adding in that extra photo. Now, Krista also had her title underneath her photo on the left-hand side, and I'm going to do the same thing on my layout and put my title in between my 2 photos, but on the bottom left. And so I'm just sticking my banner clusters down first, and then I think I come back in and do the title, and then I do the rest of my clusters, I think. Then I'm finished. This did not take me very long at all. I think when you had something in your mind and you've got something to work off, obviously, you know, I'm not making this layout from scratch. I'm using Krista's layout as inspiration. It does come together a lot faster. Now, this is what I mean by the background paper. So I chose this pink and white striped paper, diagonally striped paper, to mount my layout on. I've been doing that a lot lately. I have a lot of pattern paper, and so this is just a good way to use up some that I wouldn't always use. So I do gut the paper if I know that I want to use it again, or that I know that I will use it again easily. But I don't gut this paper that I'm using now because I have so much pink paper. It's from a paper pad. I just don't see myself needing to reach for it, so I use the whole sheet. It does make the layout sturdier, which is nice too when you put it into your layout. Into your album. So this is what I mean by the clear stickers. The sticker sheet. They're all clear and they're just really hard to use. So while I am just faffing around with my embellishments, I will let you know our hop order. So for our group, we are the Scrappy Shenanigans group. And as I said, Krista kicked us off. So down below will be a link to all of the channels, but there'll only be a link to the direct video for the hop after those videos have gone live. So basically, we are posting our videos one day kind of after each other. So I know that can be a little bit frustrating for people because you don't get to watch the next video straight away, but it just means that we're staggering when our videos are getting released. So Krista is first, I am second, and then funnily enough, my sister Jess is third. That was a fluke. Christy, who did the names, she just drew them out of a hat. So yeah, that was very funny. She is following us, so there will be 2 videos in a row on our channel for the telephone hop, but her video is after mine, so she's after me. And then Alyssa, Kristen, Becky, Christina, Janet, and Christy is ending our little group. So it's going to be awesome to see how this layout unfolds and where we end up at the end, because it's always a very different place from where we began, and it's just great to watch the evolution. I think I get a lot of inspiration from these two because it's really cool to see how other people kind of are inspired, and the different techniques that they bring and the different things that they bring to the layouts. I just think it's so cool seeing it kind of flow through different people's creative processes and see what comes out the other end. Some people kind of like to follow scrap lifts sort of really closely, and others like to change a little bit like me, and then others will take inspiration and then, you know, really kind of evolve the layout to something quite different. So it's just really interesting to see everybody's thought process. So you can see me here still trying to make my little clusters work. I was sort of trying to get all the tea related items onto the layout, but you know, this is a collection all about tea, so it was almost impossible to get every tea piece of ephemera on to the layout, but I did my best. You can see me still trying to work on that cluster. I'm tucking in, I've got a teapot now, I'm tucking in a little blue teapot with flowers, but I'm taking out a teapot sticker that I had stuck one of the clear stickers because it just wasn't working for me. I've got another clear sticker under there, which is a stack of teacups that I have left, but I do move or peel up the other one, which was the teapot. It just wasn't working. And then I stuck down a little teacup. I was trying to get this other teacup with flowers, but it's just not going to happen. So I think I've finished my clusters. Did I finish my clusters? Oh, I must have, because I'm sticking my layout flat down onto the background paper, which must mean I've nearly finished. And it must mean while I was talking to you all and I wasn't looking at my phone that I also stuck down my title, Tea for Two. I used those super cute floral thickers as well as the little one of the Paige Evans thickers from her Pink Paisley collection, the little blue ones too. So Tea for Two. I thought the title was cute, I thought the colours worked well, and I was really happy to use up those blue and floral thickers, or some of them, on this layout, because I do find them a little bit of a challenge even though they're beautiful. So we're done. I'll show you the close-ups here. Now there's also a photo coming up. Make sure you check out Jess's video tomorrow. Everybody's will be linked down below, but remember, it will just go to their channel, not the video, until they've been released. Thank you guys for watching. Check back tomorrow for Jess's video and we'll see you then. Bye.